Alright guys, so welcome to another video. So basically I started getting this all prepared to go and I realized why not show you guys what I'm saying to PSA. So I'm going to kind of show you my process in reverse. This is I've sent individual cards to PSA before, but this is my first bulk submission. So I think I have about 30 cards or so. I already did everything on the computer, so that's all taken care of, and now I'm just packaging up and basically getting ready to ship it out. So I have this thing loaded up with bubble wrap and all that. So I'm going to, again, show you kind of in reverse how I do by taking it apart. So as you can see in here, I have this loaded up with bubble wrap. So basically what I did was I've just been saving a lot of the bubble wrap that I get. And so what I'm going to do is put this one this way around it so it's protected. Put this one going this way around it so it's protected so it won't move. And then to show you inside of the box, I already padded it with even more bubble wrap. That's all. I don't want this thing moving at all during transit. So I'm going to just get this stuff out of the way and go right back into it. All right, so then as you can see, I have it labeled front. I just use a piece of cardboard in between with some rubber bands. Label it back, because basically when you submit your order, it's gonna have you put everything into the box too. And these cards are all in order from top to bottom or front to back of how I submit it online, and the sheet that's gonna go in here too once I print it out. So you do that just to make things easier. You don't want to just randomly throw a bunch of cards in a box and hope for the best. You don't want things to get lost. You don't want, X, Y, Z to happen. And, hopefully, I don't know if this is true or not, but ideally, if you organize and do all this ahead of time, then maybe get your cards a little bit faster. It's easier for them to grade. So then as you can see on this, I do have rubber bands. They're not on very, very tight. They're big enough that, it's firm, but not enough that these cards are going to be bent or damaged between the card savers that they're in and the top loaders along with the penny sleeves. So I do one long ways, then I have two going down this way. And as you can see, again, they are not super tight. They are just there, so they're not going to move in transit. So as you can already see the top one, but I'm going to do this from front to back and show you guys each card that I'm doing. I'll give you a rough guesstimate of how much I paid. A lot of these were pulls, so I don't have the exact. Any card I got from a pull, and basically it's going to call $1, assuming $1 per card in some of the boxes I got. So I'm just going to dive right into it. So first card up, we have the Cynthia full art card from Hidden Fates. We pulled that in our Hidden Fates one. If you didn't check out that video, go check it out. PSA 10 is going for big money. This card looks beautiful. No flaws on it at all. Centering looks great. Hoping for at least a 9 on this. Ideally, we want 10s, but my justification for setting it is if I go by the PSA 8 value. So if the 8 value is enough for how much I paid for the card, how much it costs to submit, if I can sell a PSA 8 and make the money back, unless it's for a personal card, then that's good enough for me to send it. So Cynthia card first. So next up, we have one of my favorites, the Stained Glass Moltres Zapdos Articuno GX Tag Team. This is the promo from the Hidden Fates box. Just a beautiful card. Beautiful card. Centering might be a little off on this, but other than that, there are no big flaws on it. You can see a lot of dust from the all the plastic on it. But yeah, these cards, I inspected them pretty thoroughly. I think I already showed this in one of my other videos, but I'll show you guys again if I can get it out of the case here. But definitely invest in one of these if you haven't already. This is what the I forget the name of it. A loop, something along those lines. But essentially, you just look. You put this on, look at the card, and let you examine everything very close, very detailed. You can see everything on the card, and it can save a lot of time and money ultimately on cards that you probably shouldn't have sent in because you couldn't see anything. So next up, we just saw it, but we have the other Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX Tag Team. Obviously not the stained glass one, but another one from Hidden Fates. So we have 3 going out from Hidden Fates from that ETB we opened. So next one up, we have a Jalen Hurts. And this is the Contenders rookie ticket. This one I was a little iffy on. My reasoning for it is whatever happens with Carson Wentz this offseason, it's looking like he's going to be traded. So I want to send out my Jalen Hurts now to get back, hopefully by the time the season starts. So I'm going to send this out. Obviously, we want an autograph instead, but I'll take this too. Then next up, we have Justin Herbert. We have his rookie ticket from the Contenders box. So obviously Rookie of the Year. A lot of hype for him going into the new season with the new coach. So hopefully we get that one back in a good condition. Then we have a Jacob Eason NFL debut. His beautiful mosaic card here. This is the pink camo one that we pulled. And yeah, so all these so far, my cost is gonna be $1 plus the PSA fee. But again, beautiful card, no flaws on it, at least that I can see. If you guys see anything that maybe I'm missing, let me know in the comments. But all these cards to me look in very, very good condition, hence why I'm sending them out. So next up, we have a Chase Young rated rookie. So I actually have 2 of these going out. But this is just the base rated rookie. Chase Young, defensive player, rookie of the year. So he's going to be great. His value has gone way, way up. Washington going to the next season. If they can figure out a couple little pieces, they could be contenders again, which is going to be great to see. So next up, we have another Pokemon. And this is my Holo Mimikyu, or Pikachu with the Mimikyu in the background, I should say. Beautiful card. Again, no flaws on it. There's 0 white on the back. And yeah, this one, in my opinion, will get a PSA 10. I'm hoping, but I don't see any flaws on this card at all. Just a beautiful card, and I'm just happy to have it. I debated between keeping this, so this next one, just get right to it, is the Mimikyu. I was debating keeping them sealed, but ultimately I decided to open the packs, open the blister packs up, see what was in there, and send these guys out to get graded. So again, this is another one, 0 flaws that I can see on it. It just looks beautiful overall. So very excited to get this one back. See, the plastic keeps messing with my eyes. I think I'm seeing flaws now, but I've inspected these things so many times. I'll put this one upside down. Okay, so next up, another Pokemon. I don't remember which one this is, but... Oh, so this is our Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Again, not really the most sought-after card, but... Zekrom obviously is one of the legendaries. Pikachu is always sought after, and this is one of the full body artworks. I don't know, I can't say that all of a sudden. Artworks of Pikachu, which is cool to see. And yeah, just very, very nice. And this next up, and again, so far, all of these have cost me $1. That's why I really haven't been going over it too much. So they've all cost $1 because they've all been ones that I was able to pull. So this one, we had Alonzo Ball. This is actually the Black Friday pull that I got. And you can see it as the 4-color patch. And then if the camera will pick this up, there we go. It's a 10 of 25. So beautiful card. This is his, I think it's his 3rd year card. So, nothing too crazy, but just the 10 of 25 with the 4-color patch of all things on this style of card rather than just a base. It's a card for me personally, whether I decide to keep it or not. I think it's going to be just a great one to have, especially the key thing here is a 10 out of 25. If it didn't have that, probably wouldn't have sent out, but I think it's going to be a great hold, in my opinion. Who knows kind of what happens with his career, so you can't beat that. So next up, we have a Kobe White. This is an XR. I'm personally a fan of these XRs, so I want to get them out and get them back. These might be ones I end up keeping, because people don't seem to like XR. I think it's maybe because they're a little more common and stuff. The Illusions packs just aren't, the Chronicles packs just aren't as sought after as some of the other ones. So, but in my opinion, beautiful card, especially that silver. So yeah, that was one of my favorites again. So next up we have a Zion. This is a Zion, again, from the Panini Chronicles. Again, not his most sought-after card. Nothing really crazy fancy here, but it's a Zion. So he's going to keep going up. People are saying now, you know, Ja's kind of the guy to watch, but Zion's still going to have his value, even if it depreciates a little bit. PSA 8 is still enough to make some money back if I decide to sell this, especially with my kind of entry cost is so low to these, or for these, I should say. And so next up, we have the man himself. We got Ja. Again, just a standard playbook. Nothing too crazy, but his numbers are going up. We're seeing him more and more, so he's an easy one to send in. And so, yeah, I'll show these two together. So we have a Zion and a Kevin Porter Jr., and these are both the marquees. So as you can see, just a beautiful looking card. Again, that silver, that, you know, that rainbow reflect on it. It's a very, very nice card overall. And two great players on this. So then we have another John Morant. And this is, again, that XR one that, like I said, I'm personally a fan of. So even if the value's not really there, this is one I wouldn't debate on keeping, especially Ja. He is one of my favorites to watch right now. You know, along with everyone else that's a basketball fan. Everyone seems to love Ja. So could be a nice hold. Then next up we have this Darius Garland in that red. Just a very, very nice card. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how his career plays out, but just a very, very nice card to have. And so excited to see what this one gets. The mosaics, they seem to be a little tough to grade from what I'm seeing from feedback from people. So I'm interested to see. It is kind of, you know, looking at this, doesn't look like there's any real flaws in it. But, you know, you never really know with mosaics at this point. So next up, again, we have another Pokemon card. It is the Shining Ho-Oh GX. So this is one of my favorite pulls I was able to get my hands on, and it's just a beautiful looking card. Even if the centering isn't perfect, you know, I'm okay with it getting a 9 back for it. Just because there's no flaws, no white. The back of this card is just beautiful too. And look at that. Like, who's going to not want this card? One of the most sought after legendaries, the Shining version. No-brainer. Next up, we have another Chase Young. And this one is his rated rookie canvas. These go for a little bit more than the base ones, obviously. But again, great condition, great player. He's got, you know, he is in the position to have a great career. So really, any defensive player, if you want any defensive player from this year's class, it's obviously gonna be Chase Young at this point. So this card, this one I was a little iffy about at first. And this is just the base Justin Jefferson. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, PSA 10s, guys, they just skyrocketed. Once he broke Moss's rookie record, that was it. He was, you know, he's the guy to have right now for a wide receiver from the rookie class. You know, who knows how his career holds up. But as of right now, going into it, there's a lot of hype behind him. And basically carrying the Vikings. So next up again, we got our guy Herbie. Go Justin Herbert. We have an NFL debut mosaic. You know, wish this was not the NFL debut one, but still a nice card to have. Anything Herbert right now, I'm not going to complain about at all. See this plastic, it keeps playing games with my eyes. I got to start doing these videos before I put them all into the plastic like this. It's killing me. I'm thinking I'm seeing all these flaws all over the place. But yeah, beautiful card. Herbert, you know, we don't really need to go over who he is at this point. So next up, we have Anthony McFarland Jr., who truthfully is going to be kind of a question mark. Who knows what happens with that Steelers backfield right now? James Conner, obviously a great running back, but injury prone. Then you have Benny the Snail, who is, you know, for some reason still back there. And then you have Anthony McFarland. So who really knows what happens? But we have the pink. I think it's technical. So I know obviously it's pink, but is it a pink silver because it has that kind of reflective on it? That's something I don't know. That's a question that I kind of have. But either way, we have that. We have the autograph on it too. one of my favorite pulls from this year so far. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. No, centering looks great on it as well. But again, he's one of those players. I'm going to get it just because he is a rookie running back on a, pink silver card like this with the autograph. So, you are going to send it in if he does take that starting spot for the Steelers. Obviously, we're going to see that come back tenfold what we paid for that card, which they got it from a break. So I ended up paying from a break. I probably say it was close to like $4 to $5. I think I ended up getting probably about 6 or 7 cards from that break. So something like that. So next up, we have a Markel Fultz Select, and it's a draft selections #1 overall for the Sixers with the patch. So obviously, you follow basketball, Fultz is considered a huge bust. X, Y, and Z, no one seems to like him because of it. He got the injury, now he can't shoot correctly anymore. But he is someone, because you can get him for so cheap, I am still big on. I still think he has a lot of potential. And so he's someone that I'm going to send out a couple cards here and there as I get them to get back. Because, it takes one season and he turns everything around. And he has a ton of potential. If he can get his game back to, what everyone thought it would be, then he's going to be a stud again. So next up we have the man, Jalen Hurts, in this green mosaic, that eagle green, which is very, very nice. It goes well with the Eagles jersey, the Eagles colorways. And these online, I saw PSA 10 went for about $400. And so, there hasn't been a PSA 8 of this, but I was assuming based off that PSA 10 for $4, I'm going to assume a PSA 8 might be, about 100, maybe a little less, maybe 75, just to be safe, even 50 just to be safe. But that number, I got this from a pack that we opened actually live on this channel. It's a no-brainer to send in again. Next up, so this is one that I did pay for. I did pay up a little bit. It is an investment that I did decide to make. This is one of the first cards I bought, so maybe it was a mistake on my end. I don't know how it's going to play out. Really, this upcoming season is going to determine that for me. It's a DJ Chark rookie Disco Silver Prism. So I've gone on rants before about why I'm big on the Jags wide receivers, but Trevor Lawrence coming into Jacksonville, most likely there's going to be a lot of hype around him along with Laviska Shenault. And if they bring in maybe another guy, who knows? But he was someone that I wanted to pick up early when they first got that pick. I got this card for about $12. That's after shipping and everything. So I think it was eight for the card plus like 4 something shipping. So we'll say to round up, say 13. I paid $13 for this card, and I'm happy to do so with that. Obviously, want to get as cheap as I can if it is an investment, but $13 hopefully comes back in a PSA 10. There's no real damage to this that I can see. Both sides look great. And yeah, again, with that hype going to be surrounding Jacksonville, I think his numbers, and again with the other wide receivers on the team, just keep going up. So next up again, we have Jalen Hurts, and this is a silver NFL debut. I pulled right along with that green mosaic. And again, just a beautiful, beautiful card. Silver's just nice to have in general. And I already talked about Hurts, so I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, just a great card to have. I'm going to say that after every one, apparently. They're all great cards to have. So this is what I'm getting that might be for my personal collection. This is one of my favorite sets. It's the Origins, and it's the Paris Campbell on-card autograph. So I paid $7 for this. And, I personally have high hopes for both Paris Campbell and Michael Pittman Jr. I think they're both, if Paris Campbell can get past his the knee injuries and all that, people are saying he's injury prone and X, Y, and Z. I think he comes out this year and kills it. He's someone that I am big on this year, along with Pittman. And depending on what happens with quarterback situation, I do think he's going to be a stud. And then the last card we have, you saw in the beginning, is that Jerry Jeudy, the orange laser prism. So again, great card. Jerry Jeudy kind of speaks for himself. He was probably the big number 2 receiver behind Justin Jefferson. You could argue maybe CD Lamb, but once Dak went down, we saw his value basically diminish. But Jerry Jeudy was able to do a ton of work with a big question mark at quarterback. So if they get their stuff together at the quarterback position in Denver, I do think he is another one who goes up. Then I'm just going to show you these because I have them right here. I just got these 2 in the mail, 2 Tyler Heroes. 2 rookie cards. I don't know if he's going to be, anything at this point. I think the playoffs probably last year might have been his peak for hype, I guess. That's a penny sleeve again. So the penny sleeves always get so dirty. But yeah, so I picked these. I was able to get them for, I think it was $3.70 with shipping. So it was like 99 cents on 2 something because it came from like the state over. So easy pickups. There's something to kind of set aside. Maybe I'll end up sending in, but as of right now, his numbers are not doing too well. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. So this is my first PSA submission. Let me know what you think. I know there aren't really any, there's no 101s, no 1 of 10s, but I haven't pulled those yet. That's the only reason. Most of these cards, as you kind of saw, they were lower end investments, which might get some decent returns, and a couple that are very low buy-ins that might end up being big time returns. So, we're obviously on the hunt for those 101s, obviously on the hunt for those, 1 of 10s, 1 of 25s, but right now we're working with what we have, and we're going to send some of these money cards in, and we're just going to hope for a good amount. Obviously, it's going to be down the line because of how backed up PSA is, but once I do get these cards back, I'm going to do the same kind of thing, open the box live, show you what each of these are, and then maybe I'll reference back to this video then. So if you enjoy these types of videos, kind of seeing the PSA process and what I'm personally sending in, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, because we're going to have plenty more coming as usual. So I'll see you in the next video.